Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to today's workshop. We are going to be working on some artist trading cards. For those of you that are uncomfortable with having the in-person session, I went ahead and did this virtual session for you so that way you can go ahead and do it at home. As usual with our Creative Corner series, we'll go ahead and go over our supplies, do the workshop, and then we'll go ahead and call it a day. There are several ways that you can approach this concept-wise for your trading cards. But if you are interested in doing this at home, like I mentioned, we do have supply kits available. And in your supply kits, you'll receive 10 of these blank playing cards that you can utilize. And then you'll also receive the optional piece that you can incorporate the mini challenges that we have. So we have this photo that you can incorporate a random scribble or try to convey your trading card based on the word that's listed to as well. But as far as the supplies that I have, I do have those mini challenges, some blank playing cards, paintbrushes. I have acrylic paint. I have my trusty pencil, some painter's tape just in case. I have a ruler. And since I don't want to get my table dirty, I also have this mat board cutter so that way I protect my surface from the paint itself. And to give you a couple examples before we continue, these are some of the cards I did last year. This one I did a collage from an old book with some paint. And then this other one here I just did with paint. So I did a galaxy, collage, and if you are interested, if we have any extras left over, you'll also be able to receive one of the trading cards from last year that has all of our contact information for the library. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Alright everyone, we're going to go ahead and work on our first card together. So for this one, I'm going to take inspiration from those galaxies that I did a few of them. The galaxy one I showed you. So what I'm going to do is very carefully paint a layer of black down. And I painted it, like I said, thin enough so that way it doesn't take long to dry. But while it's drying, I would like to point out that some additional stuff I forgot to mention is that I found this book for half off on Amazon. It's the Antiquarian sticker book. And throughout the whole book, there are just various stickers that you can choose from. Some of them are entire pages. Other ones are small ones, medium-sized ones, and it's just really great. This one's the Bibliophilia one, so it's lover of books. I decided to purchase it so that way I can make these today too as well. But once the paint does dry for the first layer, what I'm going to do is select the color for my galaxies I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and incorporate some magenta, and I'm going to do a stippling or dabbing technique so that way it kind of looks like a galaxy. when you're doing this, you want to make sure to be conscious about the paintbrush, what shape it is. If you're using a flat head like this, you want to make sure to rotate your paintbrush so that way it gets in different shapes. If you have a round brush, you don't have to worry about that. Pointed tips, fan brushes, you just got to be careful with what type of brush you're using. You want to make sure that your paint is also has a good ratio between the water. The more water you have with your paintbrush, the more splatter effect you'll have. I only had a little bit, so it's going to be just a little bit of speckles here and there. But what you can also do is get a smaller paintbrush. Everyone, so that's our first trading card. We went ahead and did a constellation, galaxy, nebula, with two different colors, sky blue, magenta, with a black background. Added white to do the stars, and then we went ahead and got a small paintbrush, dabbed more stars on the back, and then that would be that. So let's go ahead and transition to a different one. Alright everyone, for our second design, I'm going to be doing one of the mini challenges. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out the cat that I have here. It doesn't have to be perfect, because what I'm going to do is I don't know why I held it the scissors. I'm going to grab the glue that I have here. I'm actually going to glue the card itself onto the back of the paper for the trading card. Okay, everyone, I do apologize, but I can't see cutting wise from far away, so I had to get it closer to my face. But I went ahead and cut out off the extra paper, so it's just the cats on the back or the front of my trading card. I have it glued down, but if some of it comes off like how it is, I'm just gonna grab a little bit more glue and glue down the corners, making sure that all the sides are down. You could also get an X-Acto knife and cut out your edges if you would like to. But once that's done, I'm going to add a few more details. And I'm actually going to grab from my Antiquarian book one of the stickers. So now that I have a catfish, there everyone, I went ahead and made this mine. So before we call it a day, one of the things I forgot to mention when we did our other one is when you're done with your trading cards, what many artists do is on the backhand side, we go ahead and write our name. This is my social media handle, and then I also have a website. So this is a lot of self-promotion for artists. We exchange it with other individuals, people that are creatives, and then that's how we promote ourselves among the artist community. It is entirely up to you if you want to trade these with other individuals, but as I mentioned, I don't think I mentioned it yet, but we also do have artist trading cards we'll be handing out during the in-person workshop, and it has all of our stuff on the backhand side for the library, and we will be able to hand these out next week when we come back to as well. But this is our artist trading cards. We have our galaxy that we did, and then we also did somewhat of a collage too as well. Thank you for joining me on today's workshop on artist trading cards. We went ahead and did several cards. If you are interested in doing this at home, we do have some supply kits available for requests. And then you'll also receive the ATCs mini challenge too if you're interested in doing that. You can go to our website, request the supply kits from there. I'll put the link to the website in the video description for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. And as usual, be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. We have everything from Facebook to YouTube to TikTok and much more. And that's also available on the homepage of our website. Feel free to let us know, and I appreciate you hanging out with me this afternoon.